This is absolute cope. How is that relevant to any of what he's talking about at all? Just show one piece of evidence, and I will at least concede that, oh, okay, well, yeah, he's got him there. Dude, WillyMacShow is literally just that on the other side. Just the same way that WillyMacShow just wanted to smear JStalk. He just wants to smear kuihman.
Bad Empanada is a known doxer and harasser. If you go on his Twitter account at any time, you could see him doxing people. He's probably the most famous for being the one who claimed he called CPS on Ethan and Gila. He's constantly encouraged and defended people doing it. He literally opened up a CPS merch line because he thinks it's so funny.
We've got a hat. I did CPS. The CPS logo with the two skulls, of course. Two skulls. Not a reference to anything in particular.
He knowingly defames people. In my last video, I pointed out that Bad Empanada constantly claims that Lonerbox's dad was part of a militia group that killed a bunch of civilians.
Well, the problem is, obviously Bad Empanada is saying all of this to get under Ethan's skin. And somehow you're jumping on the retard grenade for him and getting triggered on his behalf. It's like, look at this incredibly horrific, slightly funny thing that Bad Empanada is saying about it. Yes, that's the point of him saying that. It's to get Ethan to talk about him more and more and more, and to freak out when he says yes, and somehow you're doing it for Ethan.
Evidence for it. His response is to give the most forced laugh I've ever heard. And then he just doubles down on everything he made up.
He complains that I called Lonerbox, that I said that Lonerbox's dad participated in the Saran Shatila massacre, which he absolutely did, by the way. Lonerbox has never disproven this. Until he disproves it, it's true.
So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that when my dox gets found,
Dude, look at his fucking smile.
Lonerbox's dad participated in the Saran Shatila massacre, which he absolutely did, by the way. Lonerbox has never disproven this. Until he disproves it, it's true.
So I guess
Yeah, obviously he's trolling you. You What? How can he not tell it? How can he not tell this?
I shouldn't be surprised that when my dox gets found, Bad Empanada immediately posted everywhere. Uploads a video blasting my name, my bride's name, the address of her wedding, all over the internet. It's also come out that he's swatting people.
Why is he now posting it uncensored?
Blasting my name, my bride's name, the address of her wedding.
Why is he now posting his wife's name Okay. What the fuck is he doing, man? Okay, great stuff. I get. Does this mean that Willy is also like brain broken by destiny? Is that what he's admitting to here? Also, I don't know why you do like pre-wedding shoots. I don't know why you do pre-wedding shoots to advertise your wedding on like a public. I mean, now he doesn't mind, like, showing it. I guess I don't mind giving my commentary on it. What the fuck are you doing, dude? You've got a public-facing... Just send out invites. Just make this as, like, an image. Just make this as an image, and you can send it to, like, your grandma on, like, WhatsApp. Why does it need to be a public-facing website? What the fuck are you doing?
Where were we? Oh yeah, Bad Empanada fabricating entire background stories about me and my wife.
A certain slop tuber who does nothing but make videos in which he attacks pro-Palestinian people and de facto, as a result of that, helps to further Israel's genocide in Gaza, has been outed as having been honeypotted by Israel. Israel is literally assigning slop tubers government-assigned Israeli wives.
Man, Mossad's really good at their job, because me and my girl started dating 8 years ago when I was still a
No way! He's taking it seriously! I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's a very serious accusation by Bad Empanada. Dude.
Nobody on YouTube.
So the slop tuber in question is WillyMacShow. He's suddenly making pro-Israel content constantly. He's suddenly making nothing but videos attacking pro-Palestine people.
I covered a sound before all this. It just turns out a war starting in the Middle East didn't make him any better at covering the news. So guess what? I was able to make more YouTube videos. He never addresses my actual points. It's just character assassinations for why I should be doxxed. Bad Empanada then doxes another YouTuber with the justification that he's a Nazi and that it's for journalistic interest. And then he says that's why it's important to dox me and my wife because she's Israeli.
You're actually...
Well, I mean, that's not doxing. Like, Zuma Historian, his docs have gone around loads. If it's being posted on Hope Not Hate, I don't know if Hope Not Hate is the guy that WillyMacShow wants to be defending. I don't know. Zuma Historian is unironically, isn't he one of those guys like on Twitter pressing like Holocaust denialism? No? I'm pretty sure he is. Like, if you look at any of his YouTube content, it is all like edging towards leaning in the direction of, like, Nazi apology, Holocaust denialism. I don't know if this is the guy you want to be defending.
Journalistic interest. And then he says that's why it's important to dox me and my wife, because she's Israeli.
You're actually allowed to reveal personal information about people, especially their real names, if it's within journalistic interest. You know, if there is journalistic reason for doing so. And exposing a clear conflict of interest in this guy's content and his personal life is journalistic interest. It's why, for example, I can tell you that the YouTuber Zoomer Historian, a neo-Nazi history YouTuber, is this guy. I can tell you this because it is within journalistic interest to do so, even though he did not release his information himself publicly. Just like how I can tell you that WillyMacShow is William McConville, and he...
Dude, oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't even realize that this was part of the same segment, but yeah, censoring the name and then showing the exact title and address. You can literally fucking see. You can literally see the URL that this is under. Great stuff, man.
Publicly. Just like how I can tell you that WillyMacShow is William McConville, and he is getting married to a Yale. Now, I am not going to give you the full name of the person he's getting married to.
He literally just
Wait, why did you add a censor afterwards?
Now, I am not going to give you the full name of the person...
Dude, great stuff. All right. Why censor that bit, dude? We've already fucking... What is this video, dude? Was this made while he was on crack?
Person he's getting married to.
He literally just scrolled down and showed her full name. I reported the video and he added this little blur, but it still doesn't cover her name.
She is Israeli and she was assigned to him by the Israeli government. They've taken down this page, but as you can see, it is freely available on Google. They, for some reason, as the guy who is a public figure, decided to just publicly announce in public his wedding.
How is this allowed on YouTube? He does this thing where he constantly tries to justify his reason for doxing me. He's like Ethan doxed Denim when he sued them.
This guy has no right to complain about revealing his real name to be doxing. Because WillyMacShow went on the H3 podcast, which is a podcast that frequently doxes people. In Ethan's recent video talking about his lawsuit against 3 young women, he included unredacted legal filings that he made that include their real names and their real locations.
That's just how legal filings work.
But here,
Dude. No fucking way, man. That's gonna be the defense of that. Okay. I said I didn't know if Denim's, real name was already revealed, but it was revealed, right? What are you gonna do? Ethan Klein did not just get her real name, he put it in a lawsuit and then shared that with the entire internet unredacted. What? You can just say for Ban and Bernard, that's how journalism works. What are you on about? That's how court documents work.
here's a video
That's how wedding announcements work. What are you gonna do?
clip of Ethan Klein doxing a random Instagram commenter on his show. Ethan goes through the guy's Instagram, brings up pictures of his family members.
Commenter commented from their Instagram account with their full name talking trash to Ethan and had loads of pictures of them and their family on it. I didn't get sued. I didn't comment on your video with my full name. At the end of the day, my crimes are marrying a Jew and going on a podcast. He's nonstop lying about me and my wife, saying she was in the—
What, and that person's crimes are like commenting on an... Okay, great. Dude. You're saying the justification is insufficient now. Your crimes. The justification is... Okay, cool. I don't know how the fuck you can really defend this stuff. I mean, am I really gonna, like, condemn Ethan for doing it? No. Do I think that it's good? No. I mean, what are you talking about? You just, like, throw in, like, an easy, I don't think Ethan doing that is good. Just say that. Easy peasy. And then you can, like, bridge yourself away from it. I don't think Ethan doing that is, like, necessary or good. Yeah. That feels, like, very, very weird. Maybe even, like, a way to, like, direct harassment or, you know, just say something like that because that's, like, true and easy to say, but he won't because he wants to get invited on the H3 podcast again.
crimes are marrying a Jew and going on a podcast. He's nonstop lying about me and my wife, saying she was in the IDF. His fans are saying she murdered babies. He's saying propagandists should die as he's calling me a paid propagandist.
Wait, is that a lie? Is that a lie?
Jew and going on a podcast. He's nonstop lying about me and my wife, saying she was in the IDF. His fans are saying
No. Wait, dude. Isn't this an Aiden fan? Snot-nosed swagger. I'm pretty sure this is a member of AIDS gang, are they not? This is a Bad Empanada fan. Wait, hold on. I think he comments on my stuff as well. Snot-nosed That's chronic. Dude, that's chronic. This is the chatter known as chronic hemp hog. Dude, I don't think this person is a Ban Empanada fan. I think this is an Aiden fan that also happens to dislike WillyMacShow. It's just like a clipper. Yeah, there we are. AG4L. Okay, great stuff. What's your wife's kill count? It's not funny. That is not funny. That's very unfunny. I disavow that comment.
She murdered babies. He's saying propaganda.
Okay. So, to be clear, that's not a fan of Bennett Bernarda saying that she killed babies. I think that's an AIDS gang member. But, that being said, it's irrelevant.
Should die, as he's calling me a paid propagandist. They're saying we're valid targets. He posted a photo of what he thinks is my wife in the IDF, but they're actually just pictures of random teenage girls. I asked my wife what this was, and she thinks it's the Israeli Girl Scouts, so he's just posting little girls on Twitter. My wife didn't serve in the IDF. She came over here at 3 years old.
Wait, so, okay. Wait, well, my wife thinks it might, so he's posting pictures of little girls.
Teenage girls. I asked my wife what this was, and she thinks it's the Israeli Girl Scouts, so he's just posting little girls on Twitter.
So, you're basing this accusation of what, spreading images of minors based on what your wife thinks? Dude. Oh, lying in other words? I mean, this is incredibly thin veneer, and a relatively serious accusation. I mean, do you not want to have the defense of, well, you know, this is what he does, but I rise above it? No? Do you want to have any kind of defense that, oh, he's slandering me, but I only tell the truth about him? No? The entire basis for the claim that he's posting pictures of little girls is that your wife thinks this might be the... Okay.
My wife didn't serve in the IDF. She came over here at 3 years old. On top of it, he doesn't even know her politics on that situation. He's just being racist. But the worst thing he did was post the date and address of our wedding the week before it took place. He does it multiple times throughout the video, showing an archived page of our site, because we did take it down to try and hide it. But nope, there it is. The time, the date, the address.
Yale and William McConville are getting married very soon. Yale, who is Israeli and Israeli government-provided wife.
So now our wedding is being messed with, and they were wasting the time of our venue, the hotel, and 2 police stations. It's costing me thousands of extra dollars in insurance and potentially closing down the entire building, and my bride is coming up to me and asking me if we're about to be double homicided at her wedding. I'm like, no, babe.
Okay, that sounds a little bit gross. Sorry, that sounds a little bit far. I disavow the comments of YouTube viewer 69 in chat. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, I genuinely, I do feel bad for him, especially if he's having to, like, hire, like, what, security or, like, extra insurance and stuff. That's, like, super fucked up, especially on your wedding day. Yeah.
My bride is coming up to me and asking me if we're about to be double homicided at her wedding. I'm like, no, baby, these people don't leave their mom's basements, but she sees the news. She saw 2 low-level staffers at the Israeli embassy get shot and killed.
No. No fucking way. No fucking way. Why would you include this in your video unless it's a credible threat, dude? You think that WillyMacShow is on the same level in terms of what, like pro-Palestinian terrorism as people who work for the Israeli military as diplomats? Okay, great stuff.
She's worried. So I'm being told by the police that I should go online and see if there's any direct threats. And I see a video made by a guy who hates me, showing all of my information and giving a hypothetical.
That is not fucking true. That is a lie.
Threats. And I see a video made by a guy who hates me, showing all.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? This is a guy who hates you, you sped. Huh?
All my information and giving a hypothetical where I'm a valid target because Destiny's a hypocrite.
Stevie said anything involving this bad empanada guy or anyone that supports him is justifiable ammo. Anything is justified.
Whoa, where's the censor bar, Willy? Willy, where's the censor bar? I just saw that guy's full name, huh?
Against bad empanada and anyone that supports him. Let's apply those standards. Why are we saying this about Bad Empanada? Well, it appears to be because Bad Empanada doxed WillyMac's wife. So, would Destiny be saying that those who dox people, those who make calls to violence or allusions to violence, should be fair game, and all of their supporters, all the personalities that back them up, all the chatters that back him up?
This is essentially a Destiny snark community. This guy's narrative for the past 6 months is that I'm covering for Destiny despite me making 2 of the most in-depth videos criticizing him.
What the fuck? Wait, so, sorry. That was kuihman spreading your docs and saying how you should be a target. No, that's not. I'm pretty sure, by kuihman's argument, it's going to be the fact that, no, actually, this isn't a good standard. This is a criticism of Destiny. To say that this is like an anti-Destiny snark community, that's a matter of opinion. Maybe you can argue with it like back and forth, whatever. That's retarded. But to claim that kuihman in this clip is trying to argue that WillyMac should be a target and WillyMac should be targeted on his wedding day, or as though that would be morally impermissible, is so fucking dishonest. It is insane. Just the same way that WillyMacShow just wanted to smear JStalk, he just wants to smear kuihman. There is the exact same level of evidence that JStalk, or it's exactly the same kind of like reasonable assessment, that JStalk was trying to like spread WillyMac's docs as the assessment that kuihman was trying to direct people to fuck with the WillyMacShow, or to say that it'd be justified. This is so fucking dishonest. I mean, talk your shit, say whatever, even if I disagree with what WillyMac's take might be on a certain thing. That's whatever, and reasonable minds can disagree. Well, minds can disagree. But to say that kuihman's like supporting this stuff is fucking insane.
Information and giving a hypothetical where I'm a valid target because Destiny's a hypocrite.
Stevie said anything involving
No, under Destiny's standard.
this Bad Empanada guy or anyone that supports him is justifiable ammo. Anything is justified against Bad Empanada.
Wait, what
and
is that?
ammo.
I'm a valid
Bad Empanada guy or anyone that supports him is justifiable ammo. Anything is justified against Bad Empanada and anyone that supports him. Let's apply those standards. Why are we saying this about Bad Empanada? Well, it appears to be because Bad Empanada doxed WillyMac's wife. So, would Destiny be saying that those who dox people...
What the fuck? Why are you now moral frogging about your full name, your wife's full name, and your wedding location? That was already shown by you.
People, those who make calls to violence or allusions to violence, should be fair game, and all of their supporters, all the personalities that back them up, all the chatters that back them up.
This is essentially a Destiny snark community. This
What was kuihman saying that was wrong there? And where was that justifying that you would be a target? No. He's criticizing Destiny. If you played the entire clip, you'd be able to see that. He's criticizing Destiny. And no, he's not engaging with the point at all. Because Destiny has threatened violence. Destiny has doxed people. Destiny, in the last 2 months, has doxed more people than Bad Empanada has in the last 2 months. I mean, the scale of it is fucking bizarre that he would be, like, in here defending Destiny and obfuscating the very clear fucking point that he's making.
This guy's narrative for the past 6 months is that I'm covering for Destiny despite me making 2 of the most in-depth videos criticizing him. Their evidence behind this is I said Destiny is better at covering the news than Hassan and Vosh, which is somebody who has made videos on all 3 of these people. I think that's objectively true, but I digress. But most important...
Oh my fucking god, you retarded fucking sped. That's not the point. That's not the argument. That's not why anybody's talking about this. Whether you think that Destiny does cover the news better than these other people, why are you including that in a video ostensibly about his sex crimes? Why is that included at all? Here's how this guy, like, manipulated these women, lied to them, and, like, violated the consent. He raped them. But, you know, anyway, I mean, realistic, compared to Hassan or Vosh, isn't this guy kind of great? Don't we kind of love this guy? Isn't this guy actually kind of, like, the best political figure that we have? Why is that included? You might think it's right, you might think it's wrong. It's not objective, it's a subjective assessment, but in either case, why are you including that if it's not a defense of Destiny? That's the point he's fucking got you on, by the way. If you want to attack him, maybe you can say that you didn't get information from Kyla, like he alleges that you did. Maybe you can argue that. You cannot argue that point, because that is like, yes, why are you including that he's better than Vosh or Hassan at doing commentary on the news? Dude.
Importantly, it's that when these two do something stupid, I make fun of them back. The truth is, Bad Empanada did not originate my docs. He maliciously spread it everywhere, but my docs originated on a niche forum by this guy's unhinged viewers. So when I see this clip, it's obviously a...
What? Huh? A niche forum? Wait, he's saying that his docs originated on a niche forum by kuihman's viewers. Evidence? Have we got any screenshots for that?
Originated on a niche forum by this guy's unhinged viewers. So when I...
What is he talking about? Kiwi farms? I don't know what he's talking about there. Is there any evidence for this at all? Where is he getting that from?
See this clip, it's obviously a dog whistle to fuck with me. He literally gets a donation that says, I understand what we must do. Wink, wink.
Anything is justifiable against Destiny and the people who support him. No? Is that not the standard? That's what he's laying out for me here. Now, I have principles. I don't think it's no bad tactics, only bad targets. That's not me.
As he's literally showing my docs.
But Destiny is very clearly laying out that those are the...
He's showing Destiny's tweet you fucking spared. Dude, this is so fucking dishonest.
Standards that he believes in. Those are the standards he wishes to be enforced.
But we've got the allegation here. That it's kuihman's audience that has, like, found this docs and spread it around on a niche forum. Like, where are the screenshots of that? Do we have that anywhere? Is this just a... Is that just an allegation we're going to throw out there and we're going to move on? Okay, cool. So that's, like, essentially, what? Unsubstantiated slander. Alright, nice. We love it.
Is if you're a doxer, if you call for violence, anything is justifiable against your supporters.
Order taken.
Okay, that's not what I'm saying, Max, actually. I just explicitly said otherwise, actually, Max.
He's got a shit-eating grin on his face. He knows what he's doing. This thing gets retweeted.
Yeah. Whoa! Dick has mentioned. Hello. Anyway, no, that's the joke, right? kuihman is explicitly saying, I don't hold this standard. This isn't what I think. He says that too, maybe 3 times. And then somebody says, I understand what movements do, kuihman. Yeah. He says, no, that's not what I'm saying. He reiterates it. Because he knows that Max is making a joke. Does he actually think that donation is in earnest? Thank you, kuihman. Message received. I'm wearing my serious hat right now. I'm being serious right now. Come on, man.
Tweeted by his friend J-Stock, who pushed the exact same narratives about me. I'm obviously very unhappy about this. It's affecting my real life, but instead of anyone actually acknowledging this, they do what Bad Empanada did and try to hypocrisy hunt to justify their actions. They're like, why aren't you mad at Destiny? He quote tweeted your docs too.
Why aren't you mad at Destiny himself?
Destiny's defending.
Are you fucking retarded, dude? This is really the criticism. Out of all of the criticism over that fucking argument that WillyMacShow made, that is what he's pointing out. That it's a hypocrisy hunt against him. That is the weakest fucking argument. The weakest fucking argument. And it's not even a hypocrisy hunt. The question is, yes, everyone is talking about this because of the Destiny quote retweet. It was still up. I think days later? Days later. Days later. And you're saying that J-Stalk and I doxed you by sharing that information when actually Destiny was quote retweeting it and everyone was talking about the Destiny quote retweet. That was what I originally interacted with, why I made that post, and that was what kuihman was discussing. Destiny's commentary. Nobody was talking about your dogs. Because in fact, it was censored. You could not find the original webpage originally through it. Was it censored enough? No, I don't think so. And I definitely wouldn't share that clip, like, on my fucking platform. I wouldn't go on and, like, watch the Bad Empanada thing, knowingly. Maybe as a mistake, but never knowingly. And I don't think kuihman would either. Pulling up and watching, whoa, WillyMac got doxed? Well, everyone is talking about Destiny's comments here. That is why that's included.
Destiny, he quote tweeted your docs too.
Why aren't you mad at Destiny himself?
Destiny's defending.
No. He quote tweeted your docs too. No. He quote tweeted your docs. And the quote tweet and the comments that Destiny made are what everyone else is talking about. Nobody's discussing your docs.
My already viral docs that's already in the hands of all the people who hate me. We're acting like context and scale don't matter. It was actually kind of nice to see someone with a big audience who I've criticized in the past stand up for me and say this is wrong. But look at this comment. Willy refuses to acknowledge the obvious, that Destiny is the biggest proponent in spreading his docs. No, it was actually Bad Empanada who did that. Do you know how time works?
Are you fucking retarded, dude? No. That is obviously a comparison. I loathe to say it, I will defend this Redditor, alright? What they are obviously saying is between JStalk, me, and Destiny, who is complicit or who is responsible for the mass spreading of this, like, clip on Twitter? It's an easy question with an easier answer. Destiny, obviously. He's the reason I saw it. Like, literally, Fuck this. Fuck this Redditor. I don't want to defend him anymore. This guy is defending doxing. This guy, chemo, defends doxing and he endorses it. Fucking scumbag piece of shit.
And spreading his docs. No, it was actually Bad Empanada who did that. Do you know how time works? They hate Destiny so much they're ignoring the very reality we live in. That's what I don't get at all. Is he perfectly fine with his docs being spread around as long as the person who's spreading it is condemning it? At this point, my docs is already spread, the toothpaste is out of the bottle. What bothered me most in this moment was the narrative that I deserve it, or that it's part of some—
What the fuck are you talking about? That is not true. You're saying that it's based for people to dox JStalk because he is spreading your docs. That is not true. You are lying. It's very, very rare that you can say that somebody is lying about their own internal thoughts. It's very, very fucking rare. This is a clear fucking case.
As long as the person who's spreading it is condemning it? At this point, my docs is already spread, the toothpaste is out of the bottle. What bothered—
Yeah, a toothpaste bottle. Yep, a toothpaste bottle. Nice.
me most in this moment was the narrative that I deserve it, or that it's part of—
Who was making that argument? I wasn't making it, and JStalk wasn't making it. So why are you saying that JStalk is spreading your docs? Why are you saying that it's based that people are doxing JStalk because he's spreading your docs? When that's, I will say, vastly fucking debatable. Vastly fucking debatable. This is such a fucking disgusting video. Why the fuck is this guy doubling down on all these retarded opinions?
of some greater Destiny justice. If kuihman pulled up my docs and only said Bad Empanada sucks for this, I wouldn't care. It's the dog whistle call to action that's the problem. It's
the dog whistle call to action. How the fuck was JStalk retweeting my tweet a call to action in any way? If he wanted to, he could have directly gone and, like, retweeted the kuihman clip. No? He could have directly, like, referenced and, like, spoken about the kuihman clip on stream. Did he? No. I don't think he did.
so obvious, yet I'm seeing respected commentator Augie call me a hypocrite because I said doxing is wrong.
This is from a month ago.
Oh my fucking god, this fucking freak. Okay.
Commentator Augie call me a hypocrite because I said doxing is wrong.
This is from a month ago. Willie says, you should delete this. It's just doxing and a shit thing to do to someone whose worst crime is being annoying on the internet. So you have that situation there. So there is twice replying to JStalk's docs, but then he got upset about fucking his docs being shared.
Yeah, holy shit, it's as if context matters. It's as if me calling out a tweet that already has 100,000 views doesn't add any—
No, you fucking dishonest little fucking freak. This was a month later that this screenshot was taken. A month later.
any negative effect. He pearl clutches and gives this big performance about my quote tweets.
I showed you 2 times. Here he is doing it a 3rd time just a few days ago before I even did this stream. And I actually had to, like, tell him, I was like, dude, delete this shit, right?
But on this same stream, Augie shows the uncensored link of JStalk's doc.
Oh my fucking god, he's really gonna play this point? Yes, you literally quote retweeted Destiny's tweet. The whole thing is you are complaining about this. You are the one making the complaint. You're the one complaining about this. You're the one saying that me and JStalk are spreading your docs, and that kuihman is spreading your docs, and also originated it somehow. The point is you are quote retweeting Destiny doxing JStalk, allegedly. That is the point being made there, and yet you refuse to fucking engage with it.
Dude, delete this shit, right?
But on this same stream, Augie shows the uncensored link of JStalk's docs. He also replied under JStalk's docs on Twitter. So what are we talking about? Are we—
Is this guy a fucking retard? Well, he is. This video is so embarrassing, dude. This is actually so fucking embarrassing. So fucking embarrassing. I understand why, like, 4 people sent me this now as soon as it was fucking out.
gonna call Augie a doxer? No, because they don't actually care about this. He's just being performative to justify what's happening to me. Augie—
Then why did you delete it, Willie? Why did you delete it as soon as Augie interacted with you? As soon as Augie called you out, why did you immediately delete it then? What was the issue? If you stand by it and you did nothing wrong, what was the issue with that tweet, Willy? Huh?
Acts confused throughout this entire segment.
Literally
Never mind the fact that WillyMac said that it was based for J-Stalk to be doxxed because he was spreading his dogs. Does he ever look at that? Does he ever look at those tweets? Augie went over that on stream, by the way. If you want to find Augie talking about the fact that that Willy was interacting with J-Stalk's face dogs, you can find that. The most recent example that sparked actually all of this drama was when Willy says that it was based for people to start doxing J-Stalk. That was what started it. Is he going to show that, though? No, he's not, because he's a dishonest freak.
days after he threw a hissy fit.
At Dickers, is he more autistic than me? Don't worry, Romeo, okay? Nobody's more autistic than you, mate. No, it's not autism. It's not autism. The only things you can, like, bring it... Okay, I'm not even going to give them the out of being retarded. Well, it is retarded. This is out and out dishonest and, like, narrative weaving.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't really make any sense to me. It's like, what the f are we talking about here? I mean, what argument are we making here? This is just crazy. It makes no sense.
I know why he's confused. It's because he never plays the original clip that made me mad in the first place.
You are such a... This is cope. This is giga fucking cope. This is absolute cope. How is that relevant to any of what he's talking about at all? At all. Bro doesn't understand someone saying something is based in and of itself is a bloody meme. Have you got any idea about the context here? Or are you a fucking retard? Listen, if you want to call in, feel free. ! Discord in the chat. If you want to explain your retarded musings a little bit more. But unfortunately, I don't think you actually know what you're talking about at all here. But feel free. I'll hop in the waiting room.
He just summarizes as they criticize Destiny, and that's why Willy's mad.
Too bothered by this, but instead he was bothered by some stuff that kuihman and J-Stalk were saying. And basically what they were saying was it's kind of hypocritical for Destiny to get upset at, you know, WillyMac for getting doxxed when he has a history of doxing people and is currently right now calling for their doxes, right?
So he never plays the context and then acts like the reason I'm mad is because they called Destiny a hypocrite. Nothing about my wedding or my bride. How is that possible unless...
Let's be clear. WillyMac never actually called out the kuihman clip until right now. That is the first time that WillyMac has complained about the kuihman clip. Originally, what he was mad at was my tweet and J-Stalk's retweet. He never used kuihman's name once. And all of these allegations about kuihman's community finding the docs and spreading it initially are, like, completely new. So, no. No. kuihman's clip was immaterial, except for the fact that it included something. Immaterial. You were not mad about the clip. You were mad about the retweet. He's just lying. Like, people can check this. This is all public record now.
You're being bad faith. I'm not even sure if Augie knows what a dog whistle is. He's like, unless kuihman pulls up Willy's docs and then says, I love doxing Willy, it's all fine.
It's not even really a point against WillyMac. It was mainly a point against Destiny. I don't think at any point kuihman was like, yeah, and he got doxed, and I love that. You know? I don't think he ever said that, right?
Bro, if you're this stupid, make life better for everybody and just quit. Destiny has recently doxed J-Stalk and kuihman. His motivation behind this is that everyone they associate with him ends up getting doxed and harassed, so he's doing it back to them. The victims I know are Destiny's...
What? Huh?
Just quit. Destiny has recently...
Yeah, he thinks it was a fucking dog whistle. Yeah.
doxed J-Stalk and kuihman. His motivation behind this is that everyone they associate with him ends up getting doxed and harassed.
Everyone who associates with Destiny gets doxed and harassed. Dubious claim, but okay. So he decides to dox and harass kuihman and J-Stalk. What's the connecting line for there?
Harassed, so he's doing it back to them. The victim...
Doing it back to them. Doing it back to them. He's doing it back to them? How the fuck? He doesn't... Does he show anything? I mean... He didn't show anything to show that kuihman's community was where his docs originated. I doubt he's going to show any fucking evidence that Destiny's doxes are originating in J-Stalk's or like kuihman's community either. No sense. Especially Now, if WillyMac didn't think that Kiwi Farms is some niche forum that nobody should, like, pay attention to, or that nobody pays attention to, he'd know that Destiny's had an active Kiwi Farms page that has gone back for almost a decade at this point. Almost a decade, I think, since it's been created. And Destiny feeds it. Destiny talks about it. Destiny calls out particular members and particular commenters on his Kiwi Farms page. He's the one feeding it. So, where is the evidence that any of this is coming from Destiny, or, sorry, kuihman or JStalk's community? Well, it's an allegation made by Destiny that is being, like, swallowed, hook, line, and sinker, retardedly, by WillyMacShow, with no evidence, at all. He's just sidescucked. He just believes Destiny. He hasn't been shown any evidence, because nobody's been shown any evidence. It's not even that he has evidence to prove this point, and he's not showing us in the video. Nobody has evidence of this. WillyMacShow does not have evidence of this. He's saying it because it's his personal belief. Because he just instantly believes anything that Master Steven says.
I know are Destiny's girlfriend, Dan Saltman and his family, me and my wife, Hutch and his family. Augie pulls up Destiny's employees saying she was swatted.
I was also swatted. Now, why would she be saying that she was also swatted in a reply to this clip? Is she saying that JStalk and kuihman had some part in her getting swatted? Or that their communities had some part in this?
Yes, obviously, but it's all just a coincidence to Augie. Augie pulls up a...
Is there any evidence of that, though, Willy? Willy, I need to ask you, is there any evidence of this? There's not. I mean, it's just plain and simple, okay? I haven't seen anybody. I haven't seen any. I've tried to look into it. I genuinely have. I've tried to, like, poke about, see some of the original Kiwi Farms things, see if they have, like, any... So I can't match them to any fucking chatters or like, people in the community. I've genuinely tried to have a look. There's just no evidence for it.
Another example of a Destiny viewer saying they're getting threatening letters sent to their house, and Destiny's like, I don't believe them, but even if that happened, it's still not that community's fault.
A couple months ago, because I'm a fan of Destiny in the JStalk server, someone in his community sent a letter to my home. I've moved since then. Thanks for telling us, by the way. To my house, saying, I defend Destiny because I want to rape my wife and my patients. I'm gonna put an X to doubt on that one. And even if it did happen, right? Who's responsible for that?
What about the guy dog whistling that I'm a valid target and getting a dono saying they understand his orders?
Anything is justifiable against Destiny and the people who support him.
I don't think creators are responsible.
Dude! What a malicious fucking clip chimp that is. What a malicious fucking clip chimp. Well, to be fair, no one in KF uses the same username. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Yeah, he's paraphrasing Destiny. He's saying, using Destiny's logic. Yeah, it's insane.
X to doubt on that one. And even if it did happen, right? Who's responsible for that?
What about the guy dog...
What? Even that commenter doesn't allege that kuihman had anything to do with this. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Not even a smidgen. Not even a little bit. That commenter doesn't allege that kuihman has anything to do with it. All that he says is that he's a part of the JStalk Discord. That sounds like a bizarre fucking story. Because why the fuck would he get a letter sent? I mean, maybe you can say this will nerve him or something like that. The same effect would be given by just sending him his address. Dude, this is so fucking retarded. Okay.
Whistling that I'm a valid target and getting a dono saying they understand his orders.
Anything is justifiable against Destiny and the people who support him.
I don't think creators...
Asterisk using Destiny's logic? No, we're not going to show the... We're not even going to show kuihman disavowing that.
Are responsible for every one of their unhinged viewers, but it is not normal for a community this small to have so much doxing coming out of it. I've made videos on...
Huh? Where is the fucking evidence that there's any doxing coming out of it?
Viewers, but it is not normal for a community this small to have so much doxing coming out of it. I've made...
Where is the evidence of any of that, dude? Any of that? Destiny alleges it. Destiny throws it out there. No fucking evidence. You've alleged it against kuihman. For his viewers, I guess. No fucking evidence of that either. Just show one piece of evidence. And I will at least concede that, oh, okay, well, yeah, he's got him there, right? Maybe not everything. Maybe not... He's got him there, though. Yeah, I can understand where he's... Currently, there is no reason to understand why WillyMacShow thinks any of this. At all.
Videos on communists, Nazis, misogynists, feminists, scammers, and traffickers. People with millions of followers, yet this tiny little community is where all this doxing takes place.
Is it? Dude.
And it's just out of their hands. Dude, they're obviously feeding into it, but Augie knows nothing. He can't even recite me goofing on them accurately. J-Stalk has criticized Destiny for creating a metaphorical rape machine, partially because he had sex with BPD girls. Then when these girls call him out for being a—
He's been corrected on this. It's actually embarrassing for him to continue to get this wrong. He's been corrected on this. J-Stalk is quoting the President Sunday video that apparently WillyMacShow just hasn't watched.
Metaphorical rape machine, partially because he had sex with BPD girls. Then when these girls call him out for being abusive, everyone thinks they're just—
Dude. Part of the infinite rape machine is for having sex with BPD girls. All right.
crazy. J-Stalk then had sex with the same BPD girl.
Everything Destiny's saying here is true. Actually, it's not true. Actually, everything Destiny's saying here is complete bullshit. Destiny says, and to think that this was the same guy, J-Stalk Jewstalker, who spent the last year saying having sex with mentally ill people equals rape. Crazy, huh? No, you f***ing retard. That was never the argument that you...
Okay. So this is where WillyMacShow is going to find the clip. He couldn't find it to tweet it out. Destiny couldn't find it. Nicholas Urio couldn't find it. Nobody could find the clip of J-Stalk talking about this. WillyMac is about to show us.
Have sex with mentally ill people, that means you're raping them by default. The argument is that you don't give a fuck about their consent because you share their images, videos of them doing all kinds of sexual stuff. You'll share that with anyone.
No, Augie. J-Stalk actually specifically said it's not about sharing images.
I think that the main talking point is that Destiny distributes people's nudes. And, like, it's like a weird
I think that's not the main talking point. I think one of the a massive talking point here is the infinite rape machine, okay? How does the infinite rape machine work? It's a massive talking point. Which you'd know if if you watch the Sunday video. It's not just about nudes, bro. It's about a system that let this happen for so long.
And what does Sunday say?
Dude, is there any reference there at all to mental health? Can you find J-Stalk saying BPD at all? Let's go back.
Videos of them doing all kinds of sexual stuff. You'll share that with anyone.
No, Augie. J-Stalk actually specifically said it's not about sharing images.
Okay, and what is the point? It's about the BPD girls, right? It's about how having sex with mentally ill women equals rape, right? Because you retweeted that and said that's totally true. Yeah.
I think that the main talking point is that Destiny distributes people's nudes. And, like, it's like a weird
I think that's not the main talking point. I think one of the a massive talking point here is the infinite rape machine, okay? How does the infinite rape machine work? It's a massive talking point. Which you'd know if you watch the Sunday video.
Yeah.
It's not just about nudes, bro. It's about a system that let this happen for so long.
And what
are they discussing? I mean, it's in the background, okay? So you might miss it. What are they discussing in this clip? I mean, WillyMacShow focuses on J-Stalk, so you don't see it. They're finishing the Ryan Beard video. About Destiny. What does Ryan Beard focus on about that? Oh, he focused on his, trail of shattered women. And the system that allowed this to happen for so long. Yes, that is the main talking point in that video. Again, everything here is embarrassingly out of context. I can't believe that Willy has seen the full clips here.
I think that's not the main talking point machine. If you watch the Sunday video, it's not just about nudes.
Destiny targeting mentally ill women.
And the victims are also selected, either for mental illness, allowing them to be easily construed as hysterical or deceptive when they complain about their treatment.
So when it leaks that J-Stalk is having a secret relationship with the same BPD girl and she crashes out on him multiple times, it's funny. I'm giving him shit. I'm allowed to talk shit back to these people. I talked to Augie about this same exact thing a month ago and told him if he wanted to find it, he could just watch the ending to my second Destiny video. But
dude, this guy's got to be like Sub-Zero IQ. I can't think of many points in this video that I actually agree with. It's like, this is just an ass video. This is so fucking bad. So fucking bad. What President Sunday there is alleging is that this is a system where women are selected because they are mentally ill. So that afterwards, when they come out with allegations against Destiny, he can discredit them on the fact that they're mentally ill. What J-Stalk did is Okay? Have sex with a woman who happened to be mentally ill. The end. I don't know what the fuck are you trying to draw equivalence between, dude? Fuck me, man. It's so fucking embarrassing. Again, it's such shallow fucking thought process. It's hard to even, like, explain where the errors are because the thought process isn't even finished. It's half-baked.
But he didn't watch it. He'd rather make stuff up. Bro, you're sitting at a computer right now. Feel free to use it. Augie ends this hour-long segment on me, summarizing that the only reason I'd be mad is because I'm stupid or because destiny controls me, feeding into the narrative that got me doxxed in the first place.
Not stupid. Not stupid. I think what Augie said was retarded, actually. Again, this Willy Mac guy just can't quote people right, can he? Every time, every turn. Cannot quote people correctly. Yeah.
Hard to like logically understand why he's posting this shit. I mean, the two options is literally just he's like brain dead retarded right now, or he's controlled opposition.
Really? That's all you could think of? Well, let me give you a third option. Our wedding is having to prepare for fake bomb threats, and my bride is...
Oh my fucking god, I don't care. At this point, he weaponizes it so fucking much, I do not care. I don't know. Dude, after all of this, I'm really supposed to care. I don't think so.
Worried about us and our family getting shot. Augie never once brings this up as a possibility for why I'm frustrated. It doesn't cross his mind. Seriously, if that's the extent of your analysis, you need to quit. In my last conversation with Augie, he told me a story.
Yeah, Augie's the guy who needs to quit. That's right. Yeah, Augie's the guy who needs to... Yeah, 100%. This is so fucking embarrassing, dude.
About how he quit drama for a year because a guy named Salvo was doxing and harassing him and his family. So where is that same sympathy when it's happening to me and my wife? He shares the same empathy meter with Ian.
You know, my empathy meter's only maybe like a quarter of the way filled up.
The most reassuring...
Guys, isn't Augie like... isn't Augie like iDubbbz? Okay.
News I got was when my wedding planner told me that she talked to the venue and they told her that the riffraff doesn't bother them because they've done celebrity weddings and that they're in a Jewish neighborhood, so they're used to getting calls like this. In one sense, very reassuring because it means our venue wasn't spooked, and in another sense, very depressing because it means people are just calling and harassing this place because they're in a Jewish neighborhood. I don't know what should happen when it comes to Destiny or a snark community doxing each other and others, but what I do know is
doxing each other, dude. This is actually so fucking, like, poisonous. The retardation here is, like, so fucking toxic. It's not even that he's, like, wrong and, like, it's humiliating and he's, like, a pathetic F-slur. It's actually that he's spreading narratives that justify J-Stalk and kuihman being doxed. And people who associate with them being doxed. Royal Kittenhouse. In Destiny's tweets recently. Being doxed. And essentially just like giving air to that, as if it's reciprocal. It's both sides. Destiny's not shown evidence that this community is involved in doxing him or people associated with him in any way. There is plenty of evidence that Destiny is directly involved in doxing these people and people in their community. Where is the reciprocity? You've shown none. You've seen none. Let's be fucking for real.
Bad Empanada needs to be banned. He nonstop slanders people, doxes people, and harasses them. He recently swatted Kraut by false...
Really? Slandering people is enough to get them removed. Right. Well, by WillyMac stand... Oh, we can't do that bit now. Fuck, we can't do that. Never mind.
Falsely reporting him to the Austrian police for hacking his alt Twitter accounts. I don't think they were ever hacked at all.
Basically, he accuses me of hacking. Bad Empanada accuses me of hacking. Specifically, he accuses me of hacking 15 of his banned Twitter accounts.
His evidence of Kraut hacking him comes from a tweet where Kraut says he's archiving his accounts. That's literally it.
This here is the central claim. He claims, I got illegal access to 15 of his 22 temporarily banned X accounts. Well, what did I tweet? I tweet, yeah, we managed to get archive files containing everything Bad Empanada tweeted with 15 of his 22 suspended accounts. Well, how did we get this? We went to Wayback Machine and typed in his accounts.
So f***ing obviously is not you hacking him. He's saying that tweet is evidence that he was hacked.
Yes.
Bad Empanada actually just uploaded a video on why he thinks his police report was justified, and in it, he just reads his complaint.
So this is probably the most serious thing that he did, in that he publicly implied that he had hacked my social media account.
Dude, at least he has fucking evidence. These tweets are his evidence. At least he has fucking evidence, dude. I will say, I like Kraut. Okay? I don't think any of this fucking shit against him is justified, okay? However, I'm bemoaned to say, Bad Empanada has infinitely more evidence about this than WillyMac has evidence for really any of this video. At all. Like any of the points made so far. It's just kind of shameful.
And obtain private information about me that is otherwise inaccessible from doing so, and that he was going to go through it and share it.
Hey, no neck, he's talking about the public tweets you posted. Oh yeah, this tweet where Crouch says he's going to screenshot the unhinged stuff I say, yeah, that's evidence he's going to hack me. Please believe me, audience. Like, how stupid are his viewers?
An archive file containing everything Bad Empanada tweeted with 15 of his 22 suspended accounts. Now, you can't really get an archive file of someone else's Twitter. The only way you can get the Twitter archive file is by having access to the account, so that's very suspicious, isn't it?
Or he could just go to your public Twitter page and screenshot all your tweets. He's so desperate to sound like a victim here, when he's the one who falsely swatted Kraut.
He didn't want me to think that he had engaged in potentially criminal activity. Why did he make a public post implying that he was engaging in that activity? Public posts that clearly the Vienna police who investigated the case thought were suspicious enough to warrant an investigation and an interview.
What Bad Empanada is not telling you is that the police dismissed his complaint as having zero merit. He's essentially reading his own complaint and then acting like that somehow makes it more legit. It doesn't. This is only a small portion of how stupid this police report is. In short, the police closed the investigation because it was a massive waste of time, but this still allowed Bad Empanada to get all of Kraut's personal information. When the police closed the investigation, Bad Empanada wrote an email threatening Kraut to stay silent on it.
Hi, Joseph. I did not swat you. You gave me legitimate reason to believe that you were hacking my accounts in an attempt to divulge my private information and posted very public threats against me. I'm relieved to hear that you apparently denied that you were really engaging in this behavior. I will not apologize for taking basic measures to protect myself, like filing a police report. When you publicly made such statements, I would prefer to not have to talk about this publicly, as you will note that
I'm guessing this just seems to be like Bad Empanada information that he's got after releasing that video, because he did like no research before making it. And so this just gets included in the follow-up video, I guess?
that I have refrained from doing up until this point, because I legitimately never did any of the things you claimed I did to you and have no wish to embarrass or divulge any personal info by releasing any of the files I received from the public prosecutor's office on this case.
Or in other words, stay silent or I'm gonna post all of your personal information I got from the police. Kraut has vented a bit about this, so Bad Empanada has already started lying about the facts. Kraut is currently going around claiming that I swatted him. In reality, I reported him to the Vienna police because he was openly posting on Twitter about he was stalking/doxing me for months. The prosecutor thought the evidence I provided was suspicious enough to warrant an investigation, especially one about him illegally accessing my data. Kraut told me that the Austrian police are obligated to investigate every report, and the investigation came back saying Bad Empanada had little more than circumstantial evidence, that his accusations of violent threats can both in objective and subjective manner not be proven due to there not being any violent threats, that the accusation of libel or slander is not detectable. This video is so embarrassing by him. He is non-stop lying. And from what I've seen—
Dude, I cannot believe this is the standard he's gonna go at, to criticize Bad Empanada, and then allege that kuihman was, what, a wink and a nod, like dog whistling, that people should harass him at his wedding. It's just fucking gross.
Bad Empanada has no evidence. He's just wasting everybody's time to get a dox. Seriously, how is this guy not banned from everything? There is some good news though. Bad Empanada is apparently on the run. I thought it was just a meme when he posted, "Today's stream is delayed as I am fleeing to a different country." But it turns out this might be real, as Ethan is monologuing his next move to track him down. Bad Empanada is on the run. He knows we're closing in. We suspected he had fled back to Australia, but upon further research and verification, he's actually fled to Uruguay. This information is probably shocking for him to hear, as he went to great lengths to obscure his escape from Argentina to Uruguay. Bad empanada, if you ever decide to return to Australia, will be immediately notified and a torrent of lawsuits will follow. You are easy to get in Australia, which is why you're doing everything to avoid returning. Why am I telling you this? So he looks over his shoulder every day. We are coming and we will win. You can run from us, but we will catch you and we will ruin you. Have a nice day.
Bad empanada chimed in. Does it feel good to be hated literally everywhere you go? I mean, first of all, Bad empanada, you're outcast from society. Like, we live in Los Angeles, California. You are on the run.
I mean, you know you're a piece of shit when even Hassan pulls up Bad Empanada's video of him doxing me, and even he's surprised about what's happening.
Just like how I can tell you that WillyMacShow is William McConville, and he is getting married to a Yale. Now, I am not going to give you the full name of the person he's getting married to, but I can tell you she is Israeli, and she was assigned to him by...
Best to skip, to be honest. This is drama slop empanada content? Yeah. I don't really fucking give a shit about this.
Like, I appreciate that he stopped watching immediately, but why are we acting like it's just slop? I'd argue it's a bit more ill-intended than slop content. Hassan is a guy who thinks the subreddit LSF posting his stream clips quantifies as stalking and harassment.
If I was a smart person, I wouldn't be getting ritualistically humiliated by socially maladjusted freaks that are agoraphobic on a daily basis in a mass harassment campaign online. But I do that for a living.
But Bad Empanada posting my personal info, it's just drama slop. Then he watches them again a few days later.
Dude, it just doesn't, I don't know. Doesn't really hit, does it? I don't know. It's fucking retarded. That's a clip from, like, what? Years ago? 3 years ago? 4 years ago? It's talking about something completely different. It doesn't connect.
Empanada is a good example of this, where I think he's like a crazy person. He is chaotic good, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't. Please explain.
Like, think about how little little time I spend like shitting on Bad Empanada or whatever. Because like, I think he's coming from, like, we have different methods, we have different tactics, we have different techniques.
His tactics are doxing, false police reports, false CPS reports, slandering people constantly.
But overall, we're working on the same side.
Hassan is literally saying he supports what Bad Empanada is doing. Like, Hassan clearly knows at this point who Bad Empanada really is.
I don't care. I'll be honest. Like, WillyMacShow is doing the exact same shit with Destiny. So, as much as I actually do agree with this point. I actually do agree with this point, right? But Empanada does, like, bad shit. Goes and, like, reveals, like, personally identified information about people. Doxes them, right? And then Hassan kind of acts as though, well, you know, he's, like, chaotic good. He's, like, overall a good guy. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And I can say that because I'm not defending the auspices or, like, the supposed reason why a big figure or somebody else is doxing people. I'm not claiming that it's tit for tat, back and forth, reciprocal. You might say drama slop. I'm not claiming that. So I can say that. I can make that criticism at Bad Empanada. WillyMacShow cannot.
He literally had a one-on-one conversation with him where Bad Empanada said these people deserve to be harassed, meaning anyone who mildly disagrees with them.
Be mean to them. If they feel bad, if they feel harassed, honestly, great. I don't give a f***. Them. Each and every one of them. We need to be mean to these guys. We need to be assholes. They deserve it.
He knows the guy he's supporting is doing this and purposely promotes him anyway. A week passes and they're pogging out about my docs and peddling lies about my wife to discredit valid criticism about them. They're just trying to assassinate my character.
Dude, WillyMacShow is literally just that on the other side. I don't know. It literally just the exact same on the other side. I don't know how he doesn't see it. There's not even a defense. There's not even like, he kind of anticipates that argument might be used against him. And so he kind of like, you know, thinks of something else to say or kind of thinks of a preemptive like retort to it. No, he doesn't see the comparison at all. He doesn't see the talking point that it's immediately going to be thrown at him. How are you any different? It's literally just the Dan Saltman, our side is morally just shit. It is side's cooked, but our side is morally good. It's literally just the rationale he's following. It's so fucking gross, dude. Just do a show with Dan Saltman. You clearly don't care. If it wasn't for Nicholas Diorio falling out with him, you would not care. it was just because Daddy Nick is falling out with him. Although Augie, I guess he's got no clout anymore. He does like a smaller stream than Nick, I guess. You don't really have to like be so tied to him. So you can say that he should quit. But Nick, who's like a current like creator, who you can get clout from, who you do value the association with, if he falls out with Dan, then you're cutting ties? Alright, got it.
Doing investigative journalism. They're saying Bad Empanada unearthed that. Is that true? I think Bad Empanada or somebody unearthed like the...
Oh, wait, is this where Hassan says, oh no, actually, it wasn't Bad Empanada, it was kuihman's community? Is this the evidence?
I think Bad Empanada or somebody unearthed like the WillyMacShow's getting married to like an IDF lady or something. Which makes sense. He was the guy who did the big expose on like you with the Al Ali bombing, hospital bombing, right?
Yeah. He's a brilliant political, probably one of the best minds in politics right now.
Truth. So yeah, compromise.
Like, man, I just keep forgetting. You could justify anything as long as you're more pro-Palestine than the other guy. I want to end this video with a story. When I was at my most overwhelmed figuring out all the new logistics for the wedding, Ethan Klein actually hit me up and offered to organize security for it so everyone could have peace of mind and enjoy the day. He had no reason to do that. I don't know Ethan. I've made videos on him in the past, but he reached out anyway and lent a hand when he had no reason to. What got me was a text he sent me saying, I got you, bro. Don't worry, your wedding will be perfect. It was, so thank you. Subscribe to the channel and buy a wallet. Shout out to the homies over on Patreon.
Look, okay. Yeah, I get it. Okay? I get it. I know what people are gonna say, alright? Look. At the end of the day, I am glad that WillyMacShow had a good wedding, alright? I'm glad there was able to be, like, assurances in place so that he could have a good wedding. Fucking hell. What a fucking scumbag. I really, genuinely dislike him. Quite intently. I don't know. This is, I thought it was like, well, there's video WillyMacShow and there's, you know, there's YouTube WillyMacShow and his videos are generally kind of like retarded. He doesn't argue his point very well. You know, he's kind of all over the place. No. This is so fucking bad. The shit that he tries to pull in the middle, where he's essentially just like, he's going further than Destiny. He's going further than what Destiny's saying.